Bonjour, I'm Antoine. Today on interview Elizabeth Azadi. She's an interior designer, decorator, owner of House of Azadi. Let's meet her. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes?
Long time no see.
Indeed, way too long.
I know.
All right, okay, let's go.
Yes, let's do it.
So, Elizabeth,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about who you are.
Well, I was born in Iran,
Okay.
and I won't tell you when.
All right.
That's too much information. And moved to the States in 5 years after being born in Iran. I moved to the States. We moved to California and lived there for most of my life. And I moved out to New York in 2007 and then lived here for about 10 years, moved back to California and realized how much I love New York and how much I missed it. So I came back.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so happy to be back.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me, when did you start designing?
So I started, actually it's funny, I started decorating when I was a kid.
You started decorating? Okay.
Well, I know,
That's interesting.
no. I started
Okay.
decorating when I was a kid.
Okay.
My mother was a big influence for me. She's the one who kind of taught me how to do it. She was the kind of person that would always redecorate. Every season, she would redecorate the home, and of course, she would take me along with her. So that's where I really gained the passion for decorating and designing. It's not until, and I'd literally, like when I was a kid, I'd go to my friend's house to, just hang out, and instead I would be hanging out with her mother, redecorating the home, and it's like it would frustrate my friends. So it's like I didn't have too many friends growing up because I would prefer to hang out with the mom redecorating. And then in college is actually when I started designing. And I was about 22, and I was going to school for construction management in Chico State in California, and was working at Home Depot at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was working in the hardware department, and they had an opening in the kitchen and bath design department, and so they asked me because they had an opening, they wanted to fill it within with somebody within the store, and so I had no idea how to design at that time because I'd never taken courses or anything. So that's how I got into it. I launched into it, and I've loved design ever since, and I've been always trying to get back to that point. So yeah.
So tell me, is the mindset, the process, is that the same when you decorate or when you design? Is that the same mindset?
Yeah. Well, yes, absolutely. Well, with design, you have a lot more. There are more elements to it. It's more functionality tends to be more of the focus. Obviously, designing a kitchen, designing a bathroom, how does it function, designing a space, and then with decorating, it's similar, but design tends to be a little bit more complex in that you have to really understand how the client is going to utilize the space.
Okay. So tell me, do you have long conversation with your clients when it's about decorating or designing?
Absolutely.
How does that work throughout the process, or is just the first meeting and then you just keep going?
Well, the questions are always going to be present and relevant, but the most important part. The most important questions I feel like come at the beginning of the relationship with a client, because that's really the time you get to understand what the client is looking for. They don't all, no two projects are the same.
Yeah.
And trying to get an understanding of who the client is. Do they have a family? Are they single? what their living situation is, what their aesthetics is. Not every two client, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, the really, really important questions come at the beginning, and just to get a good understanding of what your client needs. And then throughout the process, throughout the design process, you're always having that communication with your clients.
Back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, throughout the process, I'm always, you know, coming back to my clients, asking them, is this, you know, is this something you would like? Should we go this route? Should we take this route? So things come up. It's not, a design plan is never written in stone. Things come up and, you know, you have to communicate that to your clients.
Okay. So what's the most important thing for you when you come, you know, when it comes to design? What's the most important?
I think the most important thing for me is making sure that the design is harmonious, cohesive, and it works for the client's needs. I think, I mean, a design can be beautiful, but if it's not functional, what's the point, you know? So it's like, you know, if the client is going to be living there, they want to be comfortable in their home, they want to be able to utilize the space the way they need to, and still have it look beautiful and cozy and comfortable. So that's really the most important thing when I design.
Okay, and my last question.
Sure.
What if you were a tool for designing or decorating? What would you be?
If I was a tool?
Yeah.
Like a
tool.
Okay, like a tool in a toolbox?
Yeah, like a tool in a toolbox.
Wow.
It's not to be on the toolbox, maybe it's a program or whatsoever. I'm just curious.
Maybe
What would you be?
I would be a hammer.
A hammer?
Because I get it done.
All right. You
I get it done. Yeah, there's only one thing you can really do with a hammer, and that's to get it
do it
done.
right.
And do it right.
That's
Nail
great.
it in.
Netting it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's me.
That's it. Net it. That's it, folks. This is Elizabeth Azadi from the House of Azadi. So remember, if you have an interior design project, please contact Elizabeth. She's fantastic. If you enjoy watching it as much as we enjoy making it, please subscribe, like, share it with your friends. We need you all. But in the meantime, it's selfie time.
Oh yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ta-da. Oh, that's a cool one. Yes. Let me. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.